Gino, happy Victory Monday.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm great. Another Monday, another Victory Monday. Another New
It's
York Jets win, 4-2. What else could we ask for?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. A
I don't
cannoli?
know.
A cannoli? I don't know.
We could ask for cannolis.
I
Anybody in
like
the group
cannolis.
chat want to give us a cannoli? Or the
Yeah.
live chat
Give
rather?
give give me something. Give
Give
me
you
something.
something. Gino, you know what you can
Yes,
give me?
sir. No, no, no.
No? We're not doing it today?
No, I will. I'll do it at the end. I'll do it at the end for you.
Don't let me forget. I forgot last time.
I know. That's why it was so good last time.
I'm gonna write it down.
He's gonna
It's
write
going in
it
my
down.
notes.
Hey,
Yeah,
go in your notes. Let it happen.
it's in there. It's in there.
Let it flow. Let it flow. Liam, how's your day been?
You know what, Gino? When I wake up on a Victory Monday after Jets win, life is just better.
Yes.
Life is
Okay.
just so much better. What else can you
Yeah.
ask for? You know? And then the thing is, though, I'm not gonna. Oh wait, yeah, no, that's true, Anthony. That's definitely true. We could definitely get a real cannolis from the Bronx. Maybe we could ship them to St. Louis. Or you know what,
Dude,
Gino? I'll
I
just
know,
have one
right?
for you. I'll have one for you.
That's
But
great. I'm down.
but yeah, it's. Everything just feels so much better. People are starting to mention that P word. I don't know if I want to
I
go that far yet.
I,
It's very
I don't want to
realistic.
go that far yet.
It's not out of the realm of possibility the way that this Jets team is playing, but let's just handle 1 week at a time. Like this fan base, we haven't won anything in so long that we don't know how to handle winning. This is new to us. We could win football games. Did you understand that? Did you know that we were allowed to win football games? That we were allowed to beat good teams? I didn't know that. This is all new.
It's all very new. I don't really know what to do. I don't know how to really do anything with this because
No.
it's such a new feeling. And I love where we're going and let's just keep it going.
It's
I
kind of
I just
addicting.
want to keep it going. It is.
You know
It
what I think
is.
I'm gonna do? Because since I don't know what to do, I think I'm just gonna lock myself in my room all week and just think about it. I'm gonna call out of
Ooh.
work every day. I'm not gonna leave the house. I'm not gonna go to the gym. I'm not gonna, go anywhere. I'm just gonna sit in my room and just think about it and say, you know what?
Oh,
I
okay.
like that. I like that.
I like I like that. I like that. You should.
I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna have to. There's nothing else to do. That's literally the only explanation on how to handle this feeling. You know?
Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, you lock yourself in your room. I'll go get a cannoli. I'll ship it to you, and then we'll be fine.
That's it, dude. That's what we'll do. We'll sit in our room and eat cannolis and just talk about how good the
Exactly.
Jets make me feel. All right.
Hey, I'm
So
down. I'm
this
down.
sh- somehow this show has already gone off the rails. We're talking about locking, in rooms and eating cannolis. All right. So
Right.
let's get into the real bread and butter here. So you guys could follow us on all social media platforms at everything NYJ. Gino's gonna pull that up, I'm sure, in a second. That's what he. Yep, there it is. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course YouTube. Um, yeah, so definitely follow us there. Follow Gino at Italy Jet
Follow Liam as well.
at everything NYJ. That's me.
There you go.
But
There you
if
go.
you guys do like this video that we're gonna get into, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It really helps us out. We have a very special guest coming on Wednesday. We're not going to announce who it is yet. We like to keep you guys waiting. Say what's up to the chat real quick. Anthony is in there. Better see you guys at the Pats game. Don't want to hear St. Louis. I don't think I'm going to the Patriots game. I will be at the Bills game though. I'm going to the Jets Bills game.
Who's St. Louis?
I'm guessing that's you.
I guess don't want to
It's not
hear
me.
St. What are you talking about, Anthony? Better see you guys at Pat's game.
Well, why
Don't
don't
want
we
to hear
post
St.
it so
Louis. What
everybody
does
can
that
see it?
mean? What does that mean, St. Louis? I mean, I'm guessing that's me, but what does that
It's
mean?
got to be you.
Well, yeah, no, I feel like it's me, but I just want to know what is it. I won't be at the Pats game, but I mean, I'll be here in St. Louis for the game. Meaning
I think he
live and say, oh, okay, I got you. All right.
live in meaning live in. He doesn't want to hear that you live in St. Louis. I thought he meant like he just doesn't want to hear you in general. Like he just doesn't want to hear
Yeah,
you.
bro. Yeah,
Like he
bro.
just
What's
like
up?
he like in other words, he's like, get off of my phone. Like I don't want to hear this guy. I don't know.
Uh, Anthony,
Meaning,
talk to me. What's up? What's
yeah, make
up?
the
Better see you guys at the Pats game. Don't want to hear St. Louis. Oh, I love hearing you guys. No, it's fine. Make the trip from St. Louis. Okay, so he's saying make the trip from St. Louis. He loves hearing us, and then let's see what Denver has tonight. And you know what? Denver's got Simmons back. That's dangerous. I'm only worried
Gino,
about the Broncos defense.
you made a mistake.
What's up? What I hear?
You didn't say hello to our good friend Matthias Simon.
Hello, Matthias. Hello, Anthony. Hello, guys. I love you
Hello, world.
guys. Nothing but love. Nothing
Hello,
but
Jet
love.
Nation. I hope you guys are all doing well. All right, so we have a Jet show to cover here. We're 6 minutes in, and we haven't. I don't think we've mentioned the word Jets. All right. So,
Right.
Gino, the New York Jets have defeated the Green Bay Packers when other people thought that they couldn't do it. The student beats the teacher. How you feeling about that? What are your thoughts?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm super freaking pumped. I don't think. Oh man, I. There's just no words. You know, there's just no
Yeah,
words to
there's no
describe
words.
this feeling, and I cannot wait to keep it going. Honestly,
Yeah, there's definitely no words, but it's our job to put them into words. We got to find the words. We got to find words to use here. What about so I guess we can kind of go position by position, just talk over everything. And I don't know about you, but I really want to start with this defense. Dude,
go
we
for it.
have
Talk to me.
crucified we have crucified Jeff Ulbrich. I was one of them. I wanted Jeff Ulbrich fired. I don't think we could really say
Exactly.
that at this point. And it's like,
Not
yes,
right now.
he still has a lot to prove, but we were asking for wins. We were asking for this defense to show up. Dude, this is a top defense in the NFL right now. This is a big deal. This
Right.
defense is this defense is a prime time defense, dude.
I agree. I agree. It's
Excuse me.
I just the way Gardner is playing, the way everybody else is playing, and the way we're making adjustments, it's just it's what you want to see. Like we just haven't been
Yeah.
seeing it. And now it's coming together. And let's be honest, Quincy Williams has been huge coming
Yeah,
back.
his return back was huge. He had a ton of big hits yesterday. He was flying all over the field. You definitely notice when he's out there. But speaking on Gardner, dude, Gardner, look at his cheese head. I love that. That was awesome. That was
I
awesome.
know.
Because you
That
know
was
what's
for you.
funny? Yeah, because in years previous, like if the Jets had like cheeseheads or something stupid like that, other teams would most definitely steal them and run around too, and we'd be talking about, oh, this team, fuck these guys. So it's nice that we could finally do it to somebody else in historic Lambeau Field. We rattle Aaron freaking Rodgers, and yes, I
Right.
understand his thumb was hurting him, and it was cloudy out, it was raining out, it wasn't perfect, but you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm
Right.
just waiting for the excuses. I got to be honest. I haven't really heard any excuses today. I haven't
Me
been on Twitter
neither.
all
Me
too much,
neither. Yeah.
but I haven't
Yeah.
heard all. Rogers' thumb was hurting, this and that. And you know what I've been doing a lot recently too? Like after the game,
Hmm.
I go back and I listen to like the opposing team's press conference. And
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was saying like it came down to poor execution, and he's
Hmm.
right. And we've heard that for years. We've been hearing that kind of stuff for years. So it's like almost like it's different like when we're like on the winning end, like we're not supposed to beat the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers is the NFL MVP 2 years in a row. We're not supposed to beat these guys,
I agree. I
you
agree.
know?
We were, but we did. But we
Yeah.
did.
Yep. Sauce Gardner with a huge game. What do we have here? What about Dwayne Brown? How impressive was he? Oh yeah, absolutely. We're gonna get into the offense in a minute here, but yeah,
Yeah, we'll be
Dwayne
getting
Brown,
into all
man.
of it.
Yeah. So let's start with this defensive line, dude. Quinn and Williams. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Quentin Williams is on fire, man.
I
Pay him.
mean, that's what I keep saying. Pay him. Pay
Yep, we
him.
have
I
to.
don't pay him anything. I don't care. Don't break the entire bank, but pay the man what he wants. He has deserved it so far. And
No, no,
not only
absolutely
that,
he has.
not only that, it's the way we made adjustments with Lawson. It's
Yeah.
way the way we made adjustments with the defensive line, the linebackers, the cornerbacks, the safeties. We made the adjustments in it. I mean, 9 sacks total.
9 sacks. Yeah. Yeah.
How impressive is that? That I
Oh,
mean, against the
absolutely,
Green
dude.
Bay's Packers team,
Yeah, like these
it's
guys are no
amazing.
slouch. But it seems like on offense on both sides, we it was ugly, dude. We couldn't get anything going. They couldn't get anything going. But it's like even special teams. I mean, we'll get into special teams in a minute here. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Quinn
yeah.
Williams had a handful of sacks. JFM was on fire. Sheldon Rankins. Like this defensive line, like they're playing like a top tier defensive line, and everyone is already saying that Quinn Williams is playing at a Pro Bowl caliber, and I absolutely believe it. There's no telling me otherwise. This whole defensive line, I don't. It's like one week they clicked. It's clicking. They're firing on all cylinders here. Well, any cliche you want to use, that's what they're doing.
I agree. I agree, and I agree what Anthony just said. Um, and I'm gonna. Matthias Davis also comes up, and he does. They all come up big, and then the
Yep.
side. I guess that in that sideline, what he was saying,
Yep.
the with the coach and Quinn early in the season. I mean, they must have talked about it, and now they're all good now because I haven't seen any hiccups.
Yeah. No. It's like we're seeing like the leadership too, like really paying dividends on this team. So it's huge, man. This defense, I couldn't be any happier with them. What about those safeties? How do you feel about Joyner had a big play, Whitehead had a big play, like they're all coming together, man. Like we
They
wanted
are.
Joyner off this team a couple weeks ago, and now look at him. We all love him now.
I agree. I agree. Vinny Curry, Quincy Williams. It's a fun team to watch. What Anthony said, and it
Yeah.
is. Once we knew it wasn't going to be sunshine and rainbows, right? We knew
Nope.
this wasn't going to be a perfect season, but
Hmm.
the way that they're coming together and the way that they are uniting, it's it's going to be close. I'm looking at our schedule again. I look at our schedule every single day, and I look on out all these other teams, and you know what? We can battle with them if we can
Yeah.
if we can just continue to pounce like we did on Rodgers against Zappy, because Zappy and now
Yeah.
Mac Jones are at a quarterback competition now.
Yep.
It,
Yep.
it's it's gonna be very interesting. But I have no complaints. Joyner did well. Whitehead did well. Sauce Gardner is a freak of nature. The way he
Yes.
extends his arms, the way he extends his arms, the way he just reads the quarterback and reads what the wide receivers are doing. His footwork, everything
He's
about
playing like a
him is
veteran.
coming together. Yeah, and let's be honest, Quincy Williams was the man that we needed to come back. He was
Yep.
all over the field. He's got
Yep.
so much speed. He's got more speed than Quan and Mosley put together. Okay. Quincy is very good. Quan is the harder hitter, but let's be honest, Quincy was all over the field. You saw him this way, this way, this way, this way. He was everywhere. He
Yep.
doesn't even look he doesn't even look injured anymore.
Nope.
I love it.
You saw him after that big tackle. He's sitting there going like this. He's telling him, no,
Right,
no, no.
right,
What's up, Matt? Matt
right.
Numa. Welcome to the chat.
Numa.
Love having you here from Facebook. I see. Yeah, dude. Vinny Curry. Talk about coming back and having an immediate impact. Vinny Curry. He could have my receipt. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It seems like he's been nothing but injured since he's been here. I wanted him off the team. I really did. I'm,
Who?
I'm going to be Vinny Curry. I wanted Vinny Curry off the team.
Really?
Yep. Because I
I
mean, like, I
wouldn't.
know what he has, but like we used to say it all the time. Your best ability is availability. He hasn't been available, but you know what? He comes back yesterday and he makes an immediate impact. And
Mm-hmm.
like that's what you want to see. Like if you're gonna be injured, like come back and be a game changer. And that's what he was. You noticed him when he was out there. His number was getting called, and that's what you want to see. And this entire
Right.
defensive line, we said that. when we did our preview video, excuse me, we were saying the best way to win this game is to stop AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. What did we do? Our defensive line has gotten after it, and we got the job done. We stuffed them in the backfield a ton of times, a bunch of losses, loss of yardage. I mean, we knew that they were going to have a couple plays. They're very talented. They're going to get a couple on us. I'm not mad about that. They're very
Right,
talented
right.
players. You're not going to win every single down, but we did enough to beat them. We did enough to stuff them in the backfield. I want to see what their yardage is. I'm gonna look that up here real quick. Let's see. I don't have it off my hand. Probably should have had this stuff written down, but you know me.
It's all good. I have stuff that I have too as
Oh, do
well.
you do you have those
Yeah.
stats by any chance?
No, I don't have stats. I have other things like breaking news stuff.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that in a minute. Um, I'm on the Jets. Gotta get the Packers. Okay, AJ Dillon had 10 carries for 41 yards. Aaron Jones 9 carries for 19 yards. If you told me that we
Wow.
were going to hold them to under 100 yards total, I don't know if I would have believed you. The way that these guys have been playing,
Well, let's be honest. Their fantasy team sucked this week if you had those guys.
yeah, and they're very talented running backs, and it's showing how our defensive line, we're seeing it before our eyes. They're growing as a unit.
Right.
They're at that position that Salah was talking about in the preseason and in training camp, where they're not thinking, they're just reacting. That's what he wanted, and that's what they're doing. There's what they see is I see ball, me attack ball. That's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
no thought process into it whatsoever. They're causing utter freaking chaos, like Robert Saleh used to say. He wants to see chaos on that defensive line. We're seeing it. These guys are causing a problem for opposing quarterbacks, opposing running backs, opposing offensive lines, and they're really getting after it, man.
I agree. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's no like every. So I have looked at a lot of videos today, like Stephen A. Smith, Dan, Greeny, like Irvin, all those guys, and it's so weird. Everyone is being so positive about the Jets. It's like, where was this all along? But I understand we got to prove ourselves, but like, I got sick and tired of the crap that we would get from all these guys, and it's like, Rich Eisen, my man, went up
Yep.
there and it's like,
Yep.
no. He's like, no, this is my moment. Get those
Yeah.
get those Green Bay stuff up here. Jets, baby, we're coming. And we are. We are coming. Like, when was the last time that we could say that we are coming?
We're coming
It's
hard, dude.
it's our front four, and the way we have backups is amazing. And now that we got Quincy back, and we have a solid foundation with Carter and Eccles and Gardner and Reed, and even Joiner's coming up big. And even you put Parks in there, which I'm glad.
Yeah, Will
I'm so
Parks.
glad. Parks did a
Touchdown.
wonderful job.
Will
Clemens with the block punt. I mean, and then everything that we've been doing solidly with Mosley leading the way. It's Quincy was so huge to lose, and now that we got him back, it's like I don't ever want to see Harris out there again.
Nope. We don't have a
you
reason to. Go ahead.
no
Yeah.
that
Oh,
I'm just
this is
excited.
what I
I'm
wanted.
excited.
This is who I wanted to talk about.
Do
Oh
it.
yeah.
Do
0
it.
and 9. 0 and 9.
9.
The
Right.
0 and 9 Brady Quinn. Did you see my tweet yesterday? I told Brady Quinn that he could take a certain 0 and 9 and he could shove
Yeah.
it somewhere. And I
Do it.
still believe in that. You know what? I'll say it. I'll say it again. Brady Quinn, take that 0 and 9 and shove it right up your ass. That's what I want to
Do
see.
it. Do it.
Because you know what's funny? Even last week he doubled down on his take.
Yeah.
He doubled down.
You're right.
And
You're right.
so I mean, it is what it is. Like the New York Jets, we're not going to get respect. It's not going to come easy. But there's no way that you could discount this team right now. We were
Oh
we were
yeah.
America's game. We were the number one game on television yesterday, and we found a way to get it done. We embarrassed the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau. This is the first time since LaFleur has been the head coach of the Packers that they lost back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Since LaFleur has been the head coach.
Dude, they got to get it right. They have a lot of adjustments they got to do,
They
man.
do. I mean, granted, this is not, this isn't, by no means Lombardi's Packers, but I mean, like, this is still,
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers is still a Hall of Fame quarterback. There's still a
right.
competent organization. Lazard, he's a playmaker. AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones, like, they have some talent on that team. Rodgers has even said it's not clicking, which it is what it is. I don't care what's clicking and what's not clicking over there. What I care
Right.
about is, what? How many times have teams come in and beat up on the Jets because we weren't clicking? We couldn't figure it out. So you know what? Yeah, now it's time for some revenge. And you know what? I'm starting to see like my friends are starting to, like I have a friend who's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I'll give it to him. He's been a Buccaneers fan for a very long time before Brady was there. He was around for like
Hmm.
when they sucked. He texted me
Yeah.
yesterday. He's like, "Yo, dude, I'm really happy for the Jets. I'm happy to see that they're finally winning.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind seeing him in the Super Bowl." I said, "Yeah, you and me both." You know,
Yeah.
he goes, my Bucks, they're kind of pissing me off. I was like, yeah, but he goes, I can't be disappointed though. He goes, I had a couple great years. Maybe Tom Brady's
Right.
on the downswing right now. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like people are, and like you're going on like social media, and people are saying, you know
Hmm.
what? Maybe these Jets are the real deal. Maybe these Jets are
We
legit.
are. We are.
And it's like we're starting to change the narrative. And this is what Robert Saleh was brought here to do. He's a CEO type head coach. You see him in the end zone. Robert Saleh's in the end zone
Right.
celebrating with the guys.
Yeah. He's got to
Oh
have his
man.
his kickback coach to block him. And you know
Yeah, yeah.
what?
We
When I
need to.
was and I was it's really interesting, Liam. I got to ask you this question because I was very intrigued when I got this question on Twitter today. Who who has more to lose right now? Who needs to get it right more than ever? Rodgers or Brady? And I'm going to give you my answer, and then you can answer this. I think Brady is in a better situation because he still has a good team. I think they can still figure it out. But I think the
Yes.
Packers have more to lose because they just don't have the wide receiver weapons. What do you think?
Well, I think Brady has already lost. His wife is divorcing him because he came back.
Okay,
So I think I think
Abby, I'm sorry, Abby. Like, I understand we all love Becton and stuff, but I love Dwayne Brown, and I think he's better than Becton. I respect your opinion, but I think Brown is kicking butt. That's just me. What do you think, Liam?
I like what Anthony said here. No matter what people say, winning in Pittsburgh and Lambeau back to back is never easy. No, it's not, dude.
It
I
isn't.
think
No,
we might be the best road team in the NFL.
we are. We're undefeated
We have to be.
on the road.
Yeah.
We are
Yep.
undefeated on the road.
Dude, we're a top 5 team in the AFC.
Who would have thought
So
that?
I
Only
was
if the
listening.
Bills lost.
I
Only if the
know.
Bills
I
lost would
know.
have been. Ah, only if
I was
only.
such a Chiefs fan yesterday. I never thought I'd say that.
Me
I was such
too.
a
Me
temporary Chiefs
too.
fan.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I'm sure you could go somewhere like in your house or somewhere on your neighborhood. You could find a Mahomes jersey. Like no problem. Just put that Mahomes and go, yeah.
My mother-in-law upstairs. My
Yeah.
mother-in-law upstairs.
I was gonna say I guarantee you there's a
Oh,
Chiefs jersey in that house.
ladies and gentlemen, I have something to tell you guys. Liam's girlfriend is a Bills fan. Liam's girlfriend's mom is a Bills fan, and now my
And
sister.
and
Oh, never mind, Aunt. Sorry about that, buddy. But now my sister is a bandwagon Bills fan along with my father. You know how
yep.
annoying that is?
I don't
It's
hate the
very
Bills.
annoying.
I
I
don't hate
don't
them.
hate the Bills, but the
I
fact that
hate
they
them
do
now.
that, oh, yeah, I hate them now, but like I still like them. But like the fact that they're doing that this year, they made a decision between last year and this year, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Yep.
It
Well,
pisses me off.
she's gonna be home the weekend that the Jets play the Bills, and she's like, "You want to go to the game?" She's never been to she's been to MetLife for like like the scrimmages and stuff like that, but she's never been to a game. So I was like, you know what? Go to a game. I was like, we can go, but I'm buying a table and you're jumping through it. I'm gonna put her through a table,
Dude,
Bills Mafia style.
send send me some videos.
Oh, dude, if I could actually get her to go through a table without her breaking her foot, like she has,
Oh
um,
shoot, that's right. That's right.
yeah.
Oh man, I
If
forgot
if I
about
could
that.
if I could actually get her to jump through a table, it's going on YouTube. It's going on
Dude,
the channel.
heck yeah. Dude, you better go under everything NYJ and do it all.
Oh, I gotta find a table. Well, it shouldn't be hard to do. I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of Bills fans there. I'm sure I could find a way to get her through a table. I gotta
Okay,
make sure she
so
actually commits to it, though.
dude, she
Anyway,
won't commit to it. She won't commit to it.
no.
But okay, so I wanted to touch on this because I want to switch to the offense, and then we'll go special teams,
Yep,
and then we'll
that's
talk
fair.
about coaching. Anthony had a question up here. Do you remember? Do you remember what it was about the? Here we go. Here we go. What about Dwayne Brown? How impressive was he? I mean, he has been. I mean, you're seeing him running down the damn field. He's running
Yeah,
down the damn field. I, I mean, it's his. He's not showing his age. He's showing his age maybe like
no,
maybe a little bit, but like I know he's dealing with an injury too. But he has been very impressive. And with Mitchell and Fant, you know what? I don't even want Fant in there.
nope.
Put Mitchell where Herbig is, and switch AVT. But I don't want to see Fant. Brown is playing really well. I don't want to see
Yeah,
him. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I have so much respect for Dwayne Brown, but I didn't know much about him. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, really?
I don't. I mean, I knew who he was, but like, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know how big of a deal he was. Like, I don't follow the Houston Texans or Seattle Seahawks, but
Oh my
like,
God, he's like a
I
future Hall of
knew of
Famer.
him. No, no, yeah,
He's a
like I said,
future
like
Hall of Famer.
I knew of him. But dude, talk about selfless. He's got to be the most selfless guy on this team. He could have taken that huge contract, guaranteed all this money, and he could have went and had season-ending surgery. And he goes, you know what? I want to play because the reason that he's doing that is because he sees something special in his team and he wants to be a part of it. This might be his
Agreed.
last year. This might be his last
Right.
year, and he's going. If this is my last year, and I believe that we can make a hell of a run, I'm going to be there for
Right.
that.
I agree.
You know.
I agree.
So there's no way that like I have so much respect for him, man. And the offensive line in general, like AVT, he's playing still like a Pro Bowler. Uh, Herbig, his helmet got knocked off, so
Right.
like that was a nice penalty and everything. But I mean,
What a
the offensive line, they, I'm gonna be honest, like we give them a lot of
okay, be
credit.
honest.
They were still out of sync, especially in that first half. They weren't
Yeah,
getting it
I
together.
understand.
Zach was still scrambling, so the offensive
Mm-hmm.
line by any means is not perfect. It's not fixed, and
Right.
it's if we go against a top defense, I'm genuinely concerned for Zach because I saw he did it again yesterday, dude. He ran back for like 20 yards. I'm like, stop running, Zach, stop! And like my
Yeah.
dad was saying the same thing. Luckily,
Yeah.
something came of it and like it wasn't a sack. But yeah, I mean, he needs better protection. But you know what? Zach also needs to help. He needs to protect himself too. So
Yeah.
it goes 50-50. But I don't think
Like
that they're
like I've
doing
been
a
saying.
good enough. Yeah, I don't think that they're doing a good enough job protecting him though at the end of the day, if we're being
Okay.
completely honest. It's
Hey.
fine to praise them because we're winning, but dude, if we were
Yeah.
losing, then I'd be ripping apart this offensive line. I like them, they're likable guys, AVT, Dwayne Brown, Herbig, McGovern. I
Mm-hmm.
like these guys. I like them as people, like they're good personalities.
Yeah.
But playing
Yeah.
together, they haven't gelled yet. But at the same time, how could they gel? I mean, AVT is all over the freaking place. Dwayne Brown's in
Right.
and out. Like how could they gel? So I see both sides of it. It's still kind of like I consider this like a week 2, week 3 offensive line
Yeah.
compared to week
I
6.
like I've been saying since last week about Zach Wilson, about our O line, about our offense. It's the defense I'm not concerned with. It's just the offense. The offense,
Yeah,
even though we are winning, and I'm not here to down anybody on the offense, but like it is a little bit of a concern when it
yeah.
comes to the wide receivers and the tight ends. The running backs we don't have to worry about, but our O line, I mean, we cut McDermott finally, and then we got Remmers now on the
McDermott
active
got cut.
roster.
He's cut.
McDermott got cut. Yeah, here, hold on. Let me pull it up.
Really? I didn't know
Nope,
that.
that's
Oh,
Curry, Elijah. Here we
yeah,
go.
we're gonna get into that.
Here we go.
What? That was today?
That was today, 2024.
Wait, wait,
This
wait,
is
wait,
this is
wait. Hold on.
around yeah, this is in the afternoon.
Huh? Jets sign offensive tackle Mike Remmers to the active roster, a 1-year deal per agent, blah blah blah, to make
Yeah.
room. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, look at
Yeah,
that, dude.
bro. I
Wow,
know.
I
It's
like
a
that.
great it's great. It's
I
great.
like that. Yeah, we're gonna
You
get into the
like
whole
that?
Elijah Moore thing in a minute. Yes, dude, I love
Yeah,
that. Get McDermott out of here. You know what?
I agree.
Robert Sala, he has he has like this weird thing. It's like everybody needs to like earn their spot on the team. He has not earned his spot.
No,
He's earned
you're right.
his release. Let's see what Abby's talking here. What do we got here? I think Becton is way better than AVT. No disrespect to AVT, but we
What?
need
What?
Becton back and healthy.
What?
What?
What? What? What?
Abby,
What?
Abby,
What? What? Okay.
Abby.
Well,
Come
hey,
on.
Abby, I respect your opinion. I always respect everyone's opinion, but I am going to respectfully disagree. I
Yeah,
respectfully disagree hardcore.
I don't
I
know what
will tell you,
Abby.
Abby, I'm
Okay.
going to tell you why. Listen, I wanted Slater from the Chargers before AVT, but then I keep looking at all this tapes because I'm not big on USC talent besides Reggie Bush and from all the players back then. But watching AVT more and more throughout camp and throughout the years and even his USC tapes, I see now why we went up and got him. It was a great choice, and I still think it's still a great choice because it's providing us with multiple talents. Like Liam Smith quote, he's the Klecko of the O line. I
Yes, he
love
is.
that. He could play anywhere. Becton has been injured, and he has proven us really nothing. But there's
He's proven
both
nothing, dude.
sides. Yeah, but there's. I think it's the Jets' fault and Becton's fault. I know me and you agree on
Yup.
that. So
Yes.
it's both. But AVT is the MVP, one of the MVPs of the team right now. Let's be honest.
Well, I mean, Becton, like you said, he's proven nothing, and
Yeah,
AVT has proven that he could come and take Becton's job. So there's that.
exactly.
He's
hmm
already played
hmm
Mekhi Becton's position. I mean, let's hope. I mean, how great would it be if Mekhi Becton comes back next year and freaking dominates? But I have no faith in that. But that's
He's
best
got
case
the height.
scenario.
He's
He's
got
got.
the height. I will give him that. He is a monster. He's got the
Oh
height.
yeah, dude, he's
But
a
he had,
bear.
but yeah, but he had. I mean, he was way better in college. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about what you switch to the pros, and
It's
it's
not
I
always
don't
an
know.
easy. It's not always an easy transition for people. Some
Yeah,
people just they
especially
just don't get it in the NFL, dude.
we'll see
Because
what
like
happens.
I was just gonna say like you noticed Mekhi Becton out there, dude. You noticed Dwayne Brown out there. Dwayne Brown is a freaking
Oh
big
yeah,
boy. Like
I
my
know.
mom's watching. Like my mom doesn't know football, but it's on like TV, so
Right.
she's like watching it with us. She goes 71. He's a big guy. I said, yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yes, he
he's a
is.
big boy. Future
Yep.
Hall of Famer, man. Future Hall
So
of
let
Famer.
so I think we covered the offensive line. Let's go to Zach. So if you would have listened to this, if you would have told me,
Go on, go on, go on.
I gotta
It's just
find.
funny.
Hold on.
Just funny.
Oh, I put the wrong password in my own phone. Let's see. I want to get his stats up here. I really should have written them down. Whatever. Dude, if you would have told me that Zach Wilson was going to go 10 for 18 and 110 yards and they would have won the game and they would have blown out the Green Bay Packers, I would have said you're on crack.
No, I would have said you're crazy.
This is
But
perfect. Okay. Well, yeah, yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Unload on me, Gino. Unload.
we have
Pause.
been really good. We have been really good against the Packers for a long time. I mean, we're somewhere between 4 to 6 and 2 against them over the years since even like the Testaverde days and Favre days, Pennington days, and even a decade ago. So I'm not really surprised because Sam Darnold did win against them too as well.
No, he did not. No.
So no, not Sam.
They haven't won since they
No,
haven't
no,
beat the Packers since 2006. But
no.
Geno Smith has
Fuck.
played them hard. They're up 17 nothing or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
like they play them hard. You're right about that.
But but last time we won against them was like the Testaverde Pennington in
Yeah,
Favre days.
2006. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
like
was
when we were
Pennington.
kids. When we were
Yep.
kids. So, but we've always played hard against them, and we've seen them a better record against them. So it doesn't surprise me. Broncos are just going to be a little bit more interesting. But we hit the Packers at a good time with the chemistry, lack of
Yep.
chemistry with everybody. But what was the question? It was about Zach, right?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Zach? He went 10 for 18 and had 110 yards, no interceptions, no touchdowns. That's like almost like that's so hard to do. I feel like that's harder than throwing for like 300 yards. Like he almost did nothing, but he was perfect. He did nothing wrong though.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just
almost like
not.
less is more.
I understand that, and I understand that we were more focusing on the running game. But it's one of those things with Zach. I did like what I saw from Zach. I know the scrambling, issues that I brought up before. I think he needs to be a little bit better about that, and I think he will continue to get better as the rust continues to go up because the O line, you just never know what's going to happen. But from what I saw from the first to the fourth quarter, it's still the same. First quarter, he's good. Second and third quarter, he's up and down. The fourth quarter is when the Jets shine, including Wilson. He has been shutting out games, so I'll give him that. Yeah, I hope he just continues to grow because the Broncos defense is going to come after us big time. So I like what I'm
Yeah,
seeing from Zach a little bit.
we're gonna get into the Broncos more. I just hope that I feel like we're in the situation now where like we kind of have to worry about trap games. Like our confidence is
Yeah,
so high, we can't go out there and get crushed by like the Denver Broncos because I think we're all kind of looking past them, including myself. I'm looking at this and
I
I'm
am.
saying Broncos, we got it. That's what I'm doing. But
Okay.
somehow, like the shitty ass Denver Broncos are once again on Monday Night Football. Like I can't believe
Yeah.
how many primetime games these guys get. And they're terrible each and every time.
Chargers.
But
The Chargers. Yep. It's
yep,
Chargers
yeah.
tonight.
What we got to do is we really got to break their spirit. I got to hope
Mm-hmm.
that the Chargers, break their spirit, break them down, and then we come in and we just absolutely crush them. That's what we need. We need to keep blowing out. If we could keep winning by like not just skating by like the freaking skin of our teeth. If we could just, like mud roll these teams, then that's really gonna make a big statement. But getting back to Zach Wilson here for a second, he's doing what Robert Saleh said that we were going to do. We were going to
Mm-hmm.
lift him up, and we are. Let's get into the running backs. Brees Hall, going to be rookie of the week again. I guarantee it.
I mean, well, like I said before, all these analysts are now coming out and saying that we're on the rise. We're one of the best teams. It's not the same old Jets. I mean, look at this. I mean, who was the last time you would see this? We're too good now. I mean,
Too
when's
good.
the last time? When's the last time we saw this? Now, do you believe?
Yep.
Yeah, we believe. I got that from Jets Only One. You're awesome. You're a good friend. I
Hey,
appreciate you.
hey,
What?
I posted that. I posted that this morning.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. It's on my Twitter
Well, good
account.
for you. I did too. Great. Good for
Okay.
you. But it's one of those things where it's like the Giants and Jets, you can't argue that we are heading in the right direction. So
No,
it's
yeah,
one of those things. It's one of those things where they can't say this shit anymore. They are going to, but you just can't deny it. Hall and Carter are freaking phenomenal. One of the
yep.
best duo in the NFL. If they continue, they could be in the top five, top 10 by the
I
end of the
think they
year.
already are there. And you know what it is, dude? It's like New York Jets, New York football in general is back, and it's such a good feeling. Like
Agreed.
I'm not a Yankees fan, but it's like you got the Yankees like in the playoffs, you got the Rangers doing well, you got the Jets, the
Mhm.
Giants, the Bills. It's like all of New York is just freaking thriving right now, and it makes me
Yeah.
happy, man. Freaking Brees Hall, dude. Uh, 116 yards on 20 carries and a touchdown. He's playing like a freaking veteran. He reminds me of Le'Veon Bell. The way that like he doesn't really hit the hole hard. He's more of a kind of like a jog and then like see what hole opens up and then he takes off. I love that
Mhm.
dude. And that, like
Yeah.
Michael Carter is more of like I'm just gonna freaking punch and run through a brick wall. So it's like you're really
Yeah.
getting the best of both worlds. And who was it? A PFF George, you dick. I want to call you out real quick. He said, um, he said that Brees Hall. He was like, "You're running back. That's the weakest position on your team, dude. It's not the weakest position on our team. You're going by best player available, and obviously it's paying dividends because Brees Hall has been. Where do you think this team is without Brees Hall? Gino? That's my question for you.
I mean, and that guy said we should have took quarterback, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding
Yeah,
me? Get
yeah,
out of
yeah,
here.
yeah.
What the
Quarterback.
hell is
Yep,
your
yep.
problem? What the hell is your problem? Like, come on, dude. And then
I
and
think
then
we all need to go. We need to blow up his Twitter account.
dude, we can blow up a lot of
Keep
people's
tweeting him.
Twitter's
Keep
account.
tweeting him pictures of
He
Brees Hall and tagging him.
listen.
Okay.
Hall and Carter remind me of LT and Sean Green.
Yep.
They remind me exactly like those guys. The way LT was charisma when he gets open, the trickery of Sean Green of how stacked he is and just aggressively goes in with the ball up the middle or on the sides. These guys are it. Like
Yeah.
we actually finally have a good running game. I'm not saying no one is. I'm not saying Hall is better than Carter and Carter is better than Hall. These guys know their roles and they know what to do. They know what they're capable of, and they are so good together. They complement each other very well. And the leadership from Carter in that running back room, It's perfecto.
Yep.
Perfecto.
We're starting to see the identity of the New York Jets offense. And we've been saying it all offseason long that the Jets are a team that they're going to want to pound the ball. They're going to want to pound the rock. We're
Hmm.
going to be a run first team. And we're seeing that identity. I mean, like I said, Brees Hall, 20 carries, 116 yards, one touchdown. Michael Carter,
Right.
six carries for 41. How about Braxton Berrios on the end of the round? 20 yards for a touchdown. That was not supposed to be his play. He was supposed to have pitched that off to Garrett Wilson, but he saw Garrett Wilson wasn't open, and he just took it to the house. I don't know if you knew that, but it's like that's what I'm
I did.
like.
It was good.
Yeah, you're seeing with these guys here, like they know like when to do things and when not to do things. They're playing like a mature football team that has learned. And Braxton Berrios, he saw Garrett Wilson wasn't open. He goes, you know what? That I'm not gonna. He could have just went down and say, hey, listen, like the play wasn't there. Garrett Wilson didn't do what he had to do. But you know what? No, like these guys, they're fighting for extra yards. How many times have we seen Brees Hall drag players by his ankles, and sometimes he still falls short at the one.
Right.
But
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but dude,
Exactly.
you're seeing these guys with the running game. They're fighting hard. They're fighting
Right.
for every inch, every yard, and you can't ask for anything more because these guys, in theory, they're only going to get better. Oh, our friend Steel Stone is here. What's up, Steel Stone? What was his name? Call Blood Steel Stone or something like that?
No. No. That's
He's
the other
he's
guy. This
shooting.
is a whole new guy. This is a whole new
Oh,
guy.
two Steel Stones? Look at that.
Yeah.
Just looked very
That's
solid yesterday. They are really coming on. Yeah, dude. He reminds me of Matt Forte. I see that. Matt Forte with the Jets absolutely sucked. I hated him on the Jets.
really. Oh man, I loved him when he was on the Jets. That's okay though.
Yeah,
Chubb.
I think
Hall is
he
such an reminds me of Chubb. Hall and Chubb. Um,
not
I
necessarily.
mean, I think they just have different. I just think Chubb is better in some areas, and I think Hall is better in some areas. But Chubb is more of a power guy. He's built for a strong pounce running back, and Hall he's that dipsy doodle, and he just goes after the hole, and it just looks nice. Chubb, you have to tackle five, six guys have to tackle him. You know what I
Brees
mean?
the Dipsy Doodle Hall. I like it. I like
I
it.
like it. I love it.
So
Now,
let me
I
let
want.
me
I,
go ahead.
Oh, were you gonna say? Were you gonna switch subjects or no?
Partially, not really. I was just gonna
Go
ask
for it.
you on the offense, who has been the best player through these first 6 games?
Well, if you would have asked me first three games, it would have been a wide receiver. Now I think I'm just gonna say this. First three. Okay, so we're 4-2, right? 4-2. First
Hmm.
three games and last three games. I'm gonna do a beginning and middle and end. In the beginning, it was Garrett Wilson. In the middle, it's been Corey Davis. And at the end, it's been Brees Hall. Now, if you want consistency throughout that, it's
Yes.
definitely Brees Hall. But there have
Yep.
been times where we have focused on the wide receivers, and there's times we're focused on the running game. Right now, we're just focused on the running game, and
And it's working.
that's why I said Garrett Wilson in the beginning, and then Corey Davis, and then now it's Brees Hall. But Brees Hall has been all consistent. What do you
The
think?
reason I agree. Well, yeah, I agree with that. And the reason I asked you that question is because it shows like how the coaching staff is like they're looking at the films of the other players and they're seeing what they don't do well. They're seeing other teams' weaknesses and that's how they're capitalizing on that. And because it's so refreshing because in like years past, like what Adam Gay is like, he had his system and whether it worked or it didn't work, this is my system.
Right.
And I won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning, so I know my system works. It's the players
Oh,
that
jeez.
make my system not work. That was his
Oh, jeez.
excuse. That was his excuse.
Jeez.
But it's like, how good of a because like you could argue that we have some elite wide receivers on this team. So like when our wide receivers aren't performing up, like if they're not the hugest part of the game, the biggest part of the game, that's a good problem to have because like our running
Right.
backs, like we're seeing what other teams don't do well. Hey, listen, you don't have a good defensive line. We're gonna run the ball down your throat. The other team goes, we know you're gonna run the ball down our throats, and we can't stop it. So they're finding what they do well, and they're attacking it. They are breaking down the barriers, and they just keep going and going and going. It's so refreshing to watch. I don't care if you feed Breece Hall and Michael Carter the ball every single time because the Jets, they're not playing hero football at this point. They're just doing what they have to do to win, and it's enough.
Yeah,
They're getting the job done in freaking convincing fashion.
I agree. I agree.
So you sound
Um,
like you wanted to switch subjects, right? I'm guessing that's what you sounded like you were heading.
no. I'm just listening and agreeing with you, and I agree. Everything you said is point blank.
I like what Steel Stone had to say here. The Jets defense manhandled the Packers. Yeah, they did. I don't know if Steel Stone. I don't know if you were here when we went over the complete defense, but definitely watch it back if you didn't, because we had some good things to say about the defense. If that's what your favorite part of the game was, which it was mine too. So do you want to switch to the passing game a little bit, the wide receivers and tight ends?
Yes, because that's my biggest like I don't say fault. No, that's not my fault. I think it's the biggest disappointment. The tight ends and wide receivers have been the biggest disappointment this year. And they're not using any of them right. Wilson has Wilson has done a good job feeding into Corey Davis, Barris a little bit, Conklin, Uzama a little bit, but we haven't. Well, like I understand you got to go with the hot hand. I understand you got to feed what's working with the running backs. I totally understand that, but we have such good tight ends. We have such good wide receivers. And LaFleur, come on. I love the couple trick plays you did. I wanted that.
Yep.
Check off my box. But if you want to be elite down the road, you have to spread the ball with wide receivers and tight ends. You see all the big guys doing it. You see all of them. If a defense comes up and shuts down our running backs, it's like, what do you have? You have the players, but since the chemistry might lack, with Zach Wilson right now, I don't think it is. But you just never know because you don't know what they're doing every day. You don't know what their thought is as a coach during the game. But it's been a big disappointment, and that's why we're having such a controversy right now with Elijah Moore. So
Yeah, yeah. Let's get into
it's
that a little bit.
here you can read it. Go for it.
Robert Sala on Elijah Moore's tweets. He's fine. He's a competitive young man. He wants to contribute. Sala said contributed, like whatever. Don't only come from production. I've got no problem with Elijah. He's one of our high character individuals. Yes, I understand that, and I understand what Elijah Moore is saying. Do you have Elijah Moore's tweet, by the way?
I do not. I do not.
Uh,
But there's
all right. Well,
two tweets.
basically,
I know there's
yeah,
two
yeah.
tweets.
He was basically saying like, listen, like if I say what I want to say, I'm gonna be the selfish guy. He goes, I understand, like I'm winning, but dude, I understand what he's saying. He's a competitor. He wants to
Yeah.
compete. He wants to be a reason that they win, and he's really been a disappointment. Like we're at the point of the season where I'm genuinely concerned because he's almost like lumped in with that. He's almost lumped in with like Denzel Mims. Like we're not seeing him. Like he's on the field, but like he's useless. It's not his fault either. He's getting open, but like they're just not finding him. Like I don't know. Like maybe something happened because I thought he was arguably Zach's favorite target, him and Corey Davis and Braxton Berrios. But it just seems like
Agreed.
dude, I'm. It's to the point where like I'm forgetting about him out there. Like he's not even in games.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. I don't know. What do you think the problem is? Like, where do you think this is stemming from?
I honestly don't know. I think they've just been
It's
going with the hot
strange.
hand. They've been going
Yeah.
with the hot hand. I mean, Uzama had a catch. Conklin had a catch. Uzama's blocking has been very good, as Abby said. And
Yep.
it's just if we okay, me and you have talked about this. I've talked about this with everybody. Our goal is to be ready for the Bills, right?
Yep. Yep.
We're not ready from a wide receiver. We are not ready with tight ends.
No.
Our running game is great, but if you want to beat the Bills defense, you have to spread the ball. Wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, everything. Even Wilson even might have to scramble for a touchdown. I doubt they're going to do that because of him and Salah talking. But man, I am generally concerned about this wide receivers right now and the tight end. So I just hope they fix that. Or maybe in the trading deadline, there's something. Oh, Elmo.
You have to say hello to Elmo. Hello, Elmo.
Hi, Elmo. How you doing, brother? Thank you for watching the show. We appreciate you, my man.
Coming live from Sesame Street.
I love it. But
I love it too.
like I was said, maybe they're just like saving everybody for the Broncos and Bills and Patriots. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
But
think they're
I hope.
saving.
Well, but you know what I mean. Sometimes people like to have sneak attacks on teams.
Here's what
So
I'm
I
thinking.
don't know. All right, tell
What,
me what you
what,
think.
what, what I'm thinking is they're just going with whatever the defense's weakest point is. If they're not good against the run, then they're going to run the ball down your throat. If they're not good against the passing game, then they're going to be a more pass happy team. Like like let's go back to like the Browns game. Like their corners and stuff, like obviously like they have like some talent there, but at the end of the day, like they were better at stopping the run than they were the pass. So I think the Jets have enough talent at both wide receiver and running back that they can do either or. Some games I think it's just gonna be like that and players aren't ready to accept that. Like we're not gonna have that one breakout star wide receiver. Like I guess you could argue that Brees Hall is the breakout running back, but it's like
Mm,
there's going to be certain games where guys just get more carries than others. I don't think it's anything personal. I don't think like Elijah Moore is the kind of guy that pissed off the coaching staff and he's just not getting targets. But
right.
I don't know what it is. It is strange because we noticed it at the beginning of the year, and then we were just saying like, oh, if it continues, like we'll be a little concerned, but we're not concerned now. It's been 6 games. I'm a little concerned with his lack of production. I know
Hmm.
he had a couple targets against Pittsburgh, but nothing. Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't think he's had a touchdown all season. I thought we all thought that he has the potential to be a wide receiver one this year. So it
Hmm.
is weird. Maybe our expectations were just too high because we haven't had a wide receiver like him in so long that we
Hmm.
just I don't know. Maybe we overvalued him. I don't know.
Well, Jets Guru posted today and yesterday that we need to use him in the slot. Ole Miss used Elijah Moore
I said
in
that
the
too.
slot.
Yep.
Yeah, they used him in the slot, and AJ Brown and DK Metcalf were on the sides. Okay,
Yep.
they all went to Ole Miss, and it worked out perfectly. They need to do that with Elijah Moore. I mean,
I
Wilson
agree.
and Davis are clearly your outside guys, and then
Yep.
you Barrios and Moore are your inside guys. I mean, I think it's perfect, but they need to figure it out. They need to figure it out. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying, Abby. Abby, I understand. And then on top of everything, we have a lot of weapons, so it will be at times that we can't give everyone the ball. I get that, but the thing is, we have to figure it out before we face against these big teams coming up. And I liked what you said, Liam, about they're just trying to attack the defense's weakness. I,
Yeah.
I I get that. Like I totally understand that. But we are the Jets. We always have a chip on our shoulder. We got to be ready for everything. And right now, our running backs are stepping up, but we have got to get the wide receivers more involved. It's just me.
Well, maybe we'll see that more against the Broncos. What's going on, Tony? What's going, boys? How you doing, Tony? Um, I mean, you handle each like I don't think that like our season is predicated on preparing for the Bills. I think we need to handle this one game at a time.
Oh,
I
I
think we need
know.
to, you know, so if like I said, not to beat a dead horse here. Somebody called me out on Twitter because I guess I say that a lot, and they go, "Liam beats dead horses." It just
Oh my
made me
God,
laugh.
that's funny. That's funny. Him beats that horse. I'm
Yeah,
surprised you
beat
haven't
dead.
done anything with the milk stuff.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. But
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it is what it is. Like like I'm concerned. I don't have an answer. Like I don't know why he's not being featured. But it's just like one of like the biggest things. It's like we need to just handle one game at a time. If they're a bad run
Mm-hmm.
defense, you attack the run. If they're a bad pass defense, you attack. Garrett Wilson has kind of fallen off in recent weeks. But you know what I've noticed, and I've noticed it last week too, and a little bit against the Steelers too. I'm noticing a trend here. The wide receivers, they're not getting open. Garrett Wilson's not getting open. Elijah Moore's not getting open. Corey Davis had that one catch for like 41 yards. That's what it was. He had that one
Mm.
amazing catch, which it seems like Corey Davis has like one deep ball a game, which I'm loving. But it's like other
Oh
than
yeah.
that, like you need more than one deep ball. Like I don't care if it's multiple deep balls, if it's take the check downs, but it's just like our receivers, like they're not getting open. It is kind of strange.
Yeah, they're not doing what we brought them in to do. and it's
No.
it's very it's very frustrating because these players are very talented. I think in the Browns, Raiders, and Steelers game, I think they did get open in my opinion. But the Bengals game and the other games, um, yeah, they've been shut down. So I hope the Broncos would change it up because they got good linebackers, they got good corners, and they got a good front line. So I hope that we can figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see CJ Azuma getting in there a little bit. He had 2 catches for 17 yards. Corey Davis, 2 catches for 52 yards. Dude, like, look, let's just go over the receiving a little bit. So we had Corey Davis, two receptions for 52 yards. He was our leader. Then we had CJ
Mhm.
Azuma, who's been, he hasn't been catching passes all year, so it's nice to see him getting involved a little bit. 2 passes for
Yeah,
17 yards. Tyler Conklin 1 for 16. Garrett Wilson 1 for 8. Michael Carter
yeah,
1 for 6. Berrios one
yeah,
for six, and Brees Hall 2 for 5. So it's like
right,
that's our receiving right there. Like I don't have the total yards for receiving. I don't even know if I can pull that up.
right, right, right,
Oh
right.
yeah. Passing yards 99
Mm.
compared to Aaron Rodgers who had 218, and then Jordan Love obviously came in too, which was nice. We got Aaron Rodgers benched.
Well, he had a thumb injury, so
I
it's
know,
like
but it's nice.
I
But
understand what you're saying, though.
even going back to like just like touching on like the wide receivers, I think it'd be much more of a concern if um if we were losing. But like winning cures everything. Like we're not too concerned
Yeah,
about it. Maybe we're overlooking it. I
yeah,
don't know, but I do want to see them obviously getting more involved because they're obviously a huge part of the game. So I
hmm
mean I don't have an official answer for everybody. Sorry. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see with this, because it is funny that it's just, the wide receivers aren't uh, you know, getting open. But Zach, I don't have any complaints about Zach. I really don't. I mean, he did what was asked of him. He did his job yesterday. He wasn't throwing interceptions. He wasn't being reckless with the ball. If you want to critique him, he keeps going back. That's my biggest critique about him. But he didn't lose any yards that way. So I mean, that's not too big of a concern. If you could beat Aaron Rodgers with a young quarterback like Zach Wilson who's going 10 for 18, then yeah, sign me up for that. I mean, it is what it is. It's not great. It's not ideal, but you don't need him throwing for 300 yards each week. But I would like to see a breakout game from him where he is spreading the ball around. He has 5 touchdown passes. He has
exactly.
because we haven't seen a 300-yard game from Zach yet. I want to see that, yes, but it's not it's not necessary every week. And if this is what was necessary to get the job done in convincing fashion on primetime TV, then you know what? Then you do what you had to do to win, and that won you the game. At the end of the day, that's what counts. But I mean, this isn't like we it's not like we need to know what Zach is right now because we need to pay him. Yesterday was his 16th NFL start. Let him continue. Technically, he hasn't even had 17 games under his belt. He hasn't even had one complete season under his belt yet. So let's just give him this season. Let's see if he could get to that 300-yard passing game. But then again,
Yeah,
if we're playing defenses with weaknesses, running stopping the run, excuse me, then yeah, that's what you
yeah.
need to do. So I mean, I'm not concerned about it. It is what it is. Like each and every game is going to present its own different challenges, and it is what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the year though for him. I'm not going to
It's supposed
judge
to be.
him. I'm not going to judge him until later in the year. Like I'm not going to judge until the end of the year until I see consistent games with him that he's played without being injured. So I'm kind of like the jury's still out, but I do
Yeah.
agree with half of what you're saying, and I disagree with the other half. But we're just going to have to wait and see. I I I mean that's all we can do. I think we should talk about special teams now.
Oh, I agree. Okay. Yeah, special teams, man. What a freaking surprise, huh?
I got nothing but glory.
Yep.
Nothing. I
He
have nothing bad to say. Not even about Zerline. I can't
he
believe
missed
I'm
a kick.
saying it. I. Why do you think I'm not saying anything? Because it's just, yeah.
A 57
I'm just
yarder.
gonna.
Gino's not surprised.
I'm just not. I'm sorry. I'm giving all the glory to everything else, but Zerline, I just don't. Yeah, you take what you can get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Liam?
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah,
I
I
take
got
what
you.
I
I
get.
hear you.
Clemens, Parks, Hardy, I mean, jeez. Like, these guys are good. I mean, whatever Boyer's doing, Mike Westhoff even said that that he loves what Boyer's doing with the special teams. Amazing. Amazing.
Brent Boyer has these guys playing at a high level. I love it when Braxton Barris returns punts because he is
Mm-hmm.
freaking electric, man. Like there's like
Amen.
Mike Westhoff has said it on our show, and I've heard him say it plenty of times in the past. There's a lot of hidden yards in special teams, and we're seeing
Yes.
that. If Braxton Barris
Yes.
is getting us to the 35, 40 yard line, he's making Zach's job so much easier. But it's like the field goal, like that missed field goal, like that pissed me off a little bit yesterday. But it is what it is. He's not Nick Folk, but
Yep. He's
it is what
definitely
it
not
is.
Nick Folk.
He's been served.
Yep.
I mean, overall, you can't be too upset with him though. Like over the grand
Oh,
scheme of things.
no,
The
not for
first
me,
game was
but
kind
that's
of
okay.
ugly. Well, Gino has like personal grudges against Greg the
Yeah.
Leg.
So I won't. I will.
Well, I
Look.
think Greg has scarred you. I think that's what it is. Like you have
Well, yeah.
you're
100%.
traumatized by him.
100%.
Like
100%.
he he was a big part of
100%.
your life. You knew him
Yes.
personally, and he hurt you.
Yes. Exactly. And you know what? I ain't forgiven him yet. So it's one of those
You
things
won't.
where
You won't.
I won't. I won't. Happy Victory Monday, Vinny. Thank you so much. Brandon Mann, maybe it was just a back issue. He has been great. I love
Yeah.
what I'm seeing from Mann.
What's up, Vinny? How you doing? I love your video yesterday. Vinny has great post game shows too. You guys definitely go check that out on YouTube. Vinny and the Jets on his channel. We're all about supporting other channels here. But so yeah, I mean, like you say what you want about special teams, like they did phenomenal. I couldn't really besides that field goal missed, I can't ask for anything more. I mean,
Right.
like the blockers, the tacklers, like they're all
Right.
playing at a high level. Michael Clemens
Right.
scares the shit out of other players on special
I
teams.
know. I know. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. It's amazing what Clemens can do. It's amazing what all these players can do on special teams, especially Hardy. I still get tweets to
Yep.
me about Hardy, and even
Hmm.
I met this guy. I met this guy at a birthday party yesterday. My cousin's birthday party. He's a huge Saints fan, and the first thing he brought up with me was like, "Man, you mother effers got Hardy. I wanted him back so bad." And I'm like, "Okay, hey, I love hearing
Yeah.
that."
Yeah. We got players that other people want. So I mean, like, I guess in like the grand scheme of things, like yeah, Will Parks with that touchdown, dude, that was fantastic, man.
Right.
But like in the grand scheme of things, like it's fair to critique this team, but we're winning. Enjoy it. Let's have some fun with it,
Right.
and
Right.
just keep riding the hot hands. There's nothing else to say. The coaching staff, Robert
Mm-hmm.
Sala, has like they're whatever message they're spewing, the players are buying in.
Oh,
They're
100%.
buying into that 60% because what it is like I was kind of mad when the Jets won the toss and they elected to defer because I thought to really beat this Packers team, you needed to go out and score a touchdown and offense needed to be high flying. But dude, I'm noticing this defense is coming out each and every week. They're fired the hell up. Like they're not
Yeah.
coming out flat anymore. Like they used to kind of come out just kind of go through the motions. Robert Sala is pumping these guys up before the games, and they're ready to run through a brick wall, and they're doing it for Robert Sala and even Jeff Ulbrich. For all the shit that you want to give Jeff Ulbrich,
Yes.
he's got these guys playing at a high level. So I mean,
Yes.
I'm all about giving credit where credit's due. I am
Me
giving Jeff
too.
Ulbrich the credit he deserves because he's fixed his mistakes, and this is what I wanted to see. I'm not a fan of firing coaches. Like I want to see them do good. Jeff Ulbrich is our DC. I want to see him succeed, and I'm glad he is.
You are
I'm
so fake
serious.
as hell. You're so
Yeah,
fake
that's
as
not
hell.
fake.
You
No,
are,
no.
dude, okay. This guy's coming on Twitter, hashtag fire Olbrook. And I'm like, dude,
Yes,
what are you doing? Like,
yes. Fire.
I understand. And I was with you on that. But I'm glad you're putting where credit is due because he is. He is doing the work and he's credit is due. But man, dude, let's be honest. You
He's
started that
saving
hashtag.
his job. I
Yeah,
did start
yeah,
that hashtag, yes, but he's saving his job, and that was, I guess, like
yes,
the main goal. Like either fire him and get somebody better, or dude, step the
yes.
hell up and do your job.
Right.
And you know
I
what?
agree.
They chose to keep him, and he's got his defense is playing like a top 10 team in the NFL.
Agreed. Agreed. Give credit. That receipt, I already ate that receipt. Joiner, I
What about
already ate that receipt.
Yep. Hey man, that's my receipt I'm eating. You
Yeah,
know.
I'm eating that one. I'm eating both of them.
But so what was your thoughts on Michael LaFleur and his play calling?
Mike LaFleur, I'm getting more and more pissed off about just the tight ends and wide receivers, but the way that he handled the game, the structure of the game with the running backs and the couple trick plays and the blocking and him telling Brown to just you got wheels, Brown, go up the field. And I mean, the motherfucker did. I mean,
Yeah.
there's pros and cons, but I'm glad he's still on the team. I'm glad he's still our coach.
I don't think going into the season we asked anybody to be perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was one
Mm-hmm.
person who said you need to be perfect in order to win the game. You just need
Mm-hmm.
to make less mistakes. Dude, could we talk about the officials before we wrap this up? Oh my
We
God.
just before we talk about that, to add what you're saying, we don't need the Jets to be perfect. We just need them to bounce back when we need to bounce back and take advantage of the teams that suck. We haven't done that in the
Yeah.
past, and we have this year. If we can do that against the Broncos with all the sucking they've been doing, we just got to find
Yeah.
out tonight against the Chargers. If we could take advantage of that, hey,
I
I
like
love it.
this
I
too.
love it.
I like this comment from Abby. He held Green Bay to 10 points in Green Bay. Dude, that's not easy to do.
It's not easy, especially in Lambeau Field. That's not easy.
Yeah, dude. Like I give him so much credit for that. I really do. Like who? I don't think there's a situation where you walk like going into this game where you say the Jets are winning 27-10.
I know. Just like we did last week. I mean, we just
Is Gun
balled
is
out
Gunny's
even
house
more.
still standing? Is his house
I
still
don't.
around?
I don't even know. And you know what? I don't even know. And I don't. I'm gonna ask him on Thursday. But like, it's hilarious. They're in trouble. So we'll see what
I think
happens.
I think we all need to message Gunny Gumby New York Jets situation report and just check on him and the well-being
Yeah.
of him and his family. I'm
Right.
genuinely concerned. That house is divided. I don't know if it's still standing. I don't know if half of it is, half of it's not. But
Right.
let's all check on our good friend Gunny Gunby because that house was World War III yesterday.
It was. It was. Listen, let's talk about the officials because oh my god. Oh,
It's getting worse and
unbelievable.
worse, dude.
Unbelievable. Like, I'm all for the VAR. I really am. I love the VAR. It's about time they brought it in the NFL a few years ago and everywhere around the sports. I am. But if you're going to be consistent, be consistent. If you're going to consistently
Yes.
make bad plays, I'm sorry, bad calls. If you're going to be consistent making bad calls, at least you were consistent. But if you're going to keep going and make good calls, at least you're consistent. But oh my God, yesterday, this year, this year, this year, this year. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to throw my TV. I want to throw my TV. Unbelievable.
It's
Unbelievable.
football. Can we play football? Since when is blocking a freaking penalty? Like this
Unbelievable.
roughing the passer stuff is getting ridiculous. Listen, I'm all about player safety and everything,
Me
but you know
too.
what?
Me too.
It's simple physics, Gino. If I throw this pen at
Yes.
this screen, it's not just gonna drop.
Yes.
Like it's
Exactly.
going a certain mile per hour. It's certain, it's going fast enough. It's going to finish. These are how these human beings are. They're not robots. They don't just stop at the drop of a dime. If you throw the ball and then you get hit right away, that shouldn't be a call. I mean, like late hits and stuff. You're hitting them hard. You're lowering your helmet. I get that.
Mhm.
That's roughing the passer, in my opinion. Tackling the passer as soon as he gets the balls out of his hands. That's not roughing the passer, Michael. And then what about the stupid freaking penalty? One of the Jets officials, he accidentally bumps into the official, and the official throws a freaking flag. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Come
I
on,
know.
like
I know.
come on, dude.
It's
It's freaking
ridiculous.
pathetic. It's getting worse and worse each and every year too. Like you're seeing more and more bad calls.
I agree.
And it's so easy to blame the refs. Oh, the refs suck. But dude, yesterday and we won. Those refs were bad. And like
Oh
there
yeah.
was a couple like big plays. Like it could have cost the Jets the game on a couple of times.
Yeah. I agree. It's
Th-
it's
They got to
getting
get
more
better.
and more.
They got to be
It,
better.
yeah. And the thing is that they're going to be out of jobs before you know it.
I hope so.
If they keep doing like this. It's
I
not
hope so.
fun to watch, and it's very frustrating to where it's going to come down between a neck and neck game, and then like if they call a call like that, we're all gonna like go to Goodell and just rip him a new one.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it. I mean, not so much with the Jets because we haven't played a ton of big games recently, but you see in the playoffs all the time. How many teams have lost in the playoffs because of bad officiating? Like it happens, dude. Like it kills seasons. Like I don't know, man. Like something needs to change. Like I mean, I get it. Like you know, if a player makes a mistake, they're gonna get penalized for it. But like every other play is a penalty. Like it's like, come on, like let these guys play football. Like they're freaks of nature. Like these are athletes, and you know they can't go out in public and be vicious. Like these, you need a special person to be an athlete. Inside that stadium, they could be a freak of nature. Like let them be that freak of nature.
I agree. I agree.
You know?
Look at this one. I agree with everybody. They say the Jets play too rough. It's
Yeah,
true. Everyone keeps saying that shit. I'm like, or maybe your team is just being too soft. I
yeah,
don't know.
I agree. I Oh, and I have another message for the Dolphins fans. How did Teddy Bridgewater look yesterday? He sucked.
Amen. Amen.
That makes me feel
Keep.
good.
It makes me feel great.
And
Continue to suck.
I was also surprised at how many fans were at the Jet game. How many Jet fans traveled to Lambeau yesterday. I don't know
Oh
why I
no,
couldn't
I'm
get that
not
number.
surprised at all. I'm not
No, I'm not
surprised at
surprised, but
all.
like I'm happy. Well, which player said that he was surprised? Who was that?
Reed,
One
DJ
Reed.
Reed
Yes, yes,
said
yes, yes.
he said I didn't know y'all traveled like that.
Yeah, like you know what it is, dude? Like we're playing fun football. It's such a fun time to be a Jets fan. We all want to be there. Like we want to show up. We're gonna support. It's so easy to do. Like we have one of the best fan bases in all of sports, and I really mean that because like when we suck, we still show up. And now we're
Yeah,
winning games. We're having a lot of fun in the stands. You know, the players are going up. Like Sauce is getting freaking cheese heads. Like
yeah,
we all want to be there. Like we want to spend the money on this team. We want to invest in this team. We want to have fun, and we're finally
I agree.
seeing that. We're
I
finally
agree.
seeing that, man. It's happy.
And
So I think we should end
it
this on a positive note, right?
what's up? Ending on a positive note.
All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
before we go,
Oh my god. Oh no. Well, I mean, you,
it's
you,
Victory
you
Monday.
I mean, you see the way my screen is. It's can you even you can't even see me.
I think it's set up perfect. It's
All right,
become a
here we go.
tradition at this point.
Oh, jeez. Okay, here we go. It is. It is becoming a tradition. But I'm sorry to all the viewers if you can't see me as well.
All right. Oh, dude, it's so choppy. I believe that you're doing it well.
It is. It sucks. I
Maybe
know.
maybe you should just make a short and throw it up on a short.
I will throw it up on a short sometime. My sister said to me yesterday, she was like, please don't ever do the gritty. And I'm like, girl, you don't ever want me to do anything, so shut up.
I love it, dude. Like we're having fun on this
Thank
show.
you.
This is a
I
an
appreciate
everything
that.
NYJ original. I don't know another YouTube channel that's doing gritties on the show.
No, I don't know either.
So
That's
come
pretty
here and
funny.
get your gritties. All
Amen.
right.
All right, buddy.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up for the post-game show of the Jets Packers review recap video. This has been a very fun show. I want to thank everybody in the chat for interacting with us. Abby and Matthias and wait Elmo in the chat. Who else we have here? Anthony. I don't want to Vinny, Steel Stone, Tony. Yeah, I mean, just thank you to everybody. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank everybody for joining us tonight. It's been a real pleasure. We're gonna be back Wednesday with a guest. If you guys like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. It's never hurt anybody. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already to get all of our videos. Um, Follow us on all social media platforms at Everything NYJ. Have a good night, Gino. Have a good night, my friend, and we'll talk
Definitely,
to you guys
buddy.
later.
Peace.